Hello, and welcome back to the Zen and Iron podcast, where fitness, discipline, and mindfulness meet the timeless wisdom of the samurai. I'm Kozan, and today we're talking about self-worth, healing, and reclaiming your identity through the principles of Bushido, the samurai code of honor. This is a deeply personal episode for me. Years ago, I faced experiences that shattered my sense of self-worth, particularly from an abusive relationship that left me questioning who I was. There was emotional manipulation, gaslighting, and control. But one moment stands out more than any other. It was when my progress, something I was proud of, was weaponized against me. The moment that changed everything. I'll never forget when I finally started working out again after a considerably long break. I was gaining strength, losing fat, and rebuilding my confidence, both physically and emotionally. For the first time in a long time, I felt proud of myself. But instead of being supportive, my partner criticized me. They told me they didn't like how my body was changing, and they didn't want me to keep working out. Hearing that crushed me. It felt like all the progress I'd made didn't matter, that I was being punished for trying to become stronger and healthier. Looking back, I see it clearly. Growth threatens control. People who try to control you need you to stay small, insecure, and dependent. They fear your growth because it means they're losing power over you. So, my advice is, if someone in your life criticizes your progress, whether it's fitness, personal development, or anything that brings you joy, pay attention. People who truly care about you will celebrate your success, not tear you down for it. If someone makes you feel guilty for investing in yourself, or tries to keep you from working out, pursuing your goals, or exploring your passions, they're not protecting you. They're protecting their control over you. How to recognize the hidden wounds of emotional abuse. Abuse isn't always obvious. It's not always physical. It often hides in words, manipulation, and emotional instability. Here are some abusive dynamics I experienced that, at the time, were hard to recognize. Number 1, the conflict trap. Starting fights for control. My partner would frequently start fights, seemingly out of nowhere. It felt like I was constantly on edge, unsure of what would trigger the next argument. Looking back, I see it for what it was: control. If you're always in conflict, you're always in a state of defense or apology. You're too drained to reflect on what's actually happening. In those fights, the focus wasn't on the issue itself, it was on keeping me off balance. Number 2, breakup manipulation, a power game. My partner also used breakups as a way to assert dominance. They would end the relationship suddenly during fights, leaving me emotionally devastated, only to come back later and act like the breakup wasn't real. It's a cruel form of manipulation, using rejection as a weapon while refusing to let me move on. It left me feeling trapped, constantly questioning my reality, and whether I was the one at fault. Number 3, reality distortion, gaslighting, and projection. Gaslighting is psychological warfare, making you doubt your experiences, your memory, even your worth. My partner would deny things they'd clearly done, blame me for the fights that they started, or act like I was being irrational for believing their words or actions meant anything. If any of these sound familiar, know this: you are not imagining it. Manipulative people thrive by keeping you confused and dependent, questioning your reality so they can control it and you. Reclaiming self-worth through the lessons of Bushido. After leaving that relationship, which I did try several times to do, I struggled with shame, doubt, and guilt. I felt like I'd lost a part of my identity. But studying Bushido, the samurai code of honor, helped me reclaim what I thought I'd lost. Bushido isn't just a list of rules. It's a way of being that teaches resilience, integrity, and purpose. Here are 3 core Bushido virtues that helped me rebuild my self-worth. Number 1, honor. Your worth is in how you rise. Honor isn't about perfection or reputation. It's about how you choose to live after being knocked down. When I left that relationship, I felt ashamed of what I'd endured. Ashamed of how long I'd stayed, of what I didn't see sooner. But honor taught me that it's not about never failing. It's about rising again, no matter how many times you've been pushed down. Your worth isn't defined by what's happened to you. It's defined by what you choose to do next. Number 2, courage. Feeling the fear and acting anyway. Courage isn't about being fearless. It's about acting despite the fear. After you've experienced emotional manipulation, trusting yourself again can be terrifying. You second-guess every decision, every action. But courage isn't about being sure. It's about showing up, even when you doubt yourself. It's making the choice to fight for your life, not with a sword, but with action. Even if you're scared, you still move forward. Number 3, compassion. Strength with kindness. Compassion isn't weakness. It's strength guided by kindness. And that compassion has to extend to yourself too, just as much as it extends to others. After an abusive relationship, it's easy to be your harshest critic, to blame yourself for staying too long, for not seeing the signs, or for not fighting back. But true strength isn't cruelty, not even toward yourself. Practicing compassion means learning to forgive yourself for what you couldn't control, and allowing yourself to move forward without shame. Just as a personal update after I've shared all of this, I do want to iterate that I'm doing much better after all of these experiences. I'm currently in a healthy relationship with a different person, an incredibly supportive partner, and someone I'm deeply grateful to have in my life. So now that we've taken care of that, I just want to end with this. And it's my challenge to you for this week. Simply choose one of these principles, honor, courage, or compassion, and apply it in a way that's meaningful to your life. So, until next time, train with honor, live with purpose, and continue to forge your path.